The Bay Area's rock station. 107.7 The Bone.
All right, we're back at 107.7 The Bone's world-famous Hot Lunch, brought to you by Citibank. City never sleeps. I'm Steven Seaweed. My guest is Joe Satriani. Somebody sent me a Facebook message. Please ask him if he will be playing with Sammy in Tahoe.
Not that I know of.
Because that's solo Sammy, and you guys are Chickenfoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys will be at the Fillmore coming up real soon. In fact, we're going to play another track from Chickenfoot shortly.
That's right.
And give away some tickets. But what about this thing with Coldplay? I mean, most people know that there was a copyright infringement lawsuit. Yes. You are saying that your 04 song, If I Could Fly, was so much like Coldplay's Vida La Vida that it's beyond coincidence. And now I see just today, Coldplay claims rock guitarist Joe Satriani's song, quote-unquote, lacks originality and isn't in the position to receive copyright protection. Coldplay previously denied the claim. They insisted that these similarities are, quote-unquote, entirely coincidental and just as surprising to us as to him. So what's up with that now?
Well, I suppose the last part of that statement is the key thing. It doesn't matter whether it's
So we're all doing lawyer speak here, is that it?
Well, you know, the protocol behind a lawsuit like this is long and drawn out, and months go by. The parties never speak to each other. It's just a lot of paper shuffling, you know, and so the next time you'll see a little news blurb will probably be July, when some more paper goes from one office to another. But, you know, at the heart of it is a simple thing, and I like to tell people that if we were in a band, let's say all of us in this room, and we had a thing where every 2 months we got together and would write songs, and then we'd record the best of them at the end of every year. At some point, if somebody, let's say if you said, I've got this song and it's so great and we should put it on the record, and then someone in the audience here says, hey, that sounds like what I showed you like in one of our writing sessions last year, and pulls out a CD and says, see that chorus melody? It's the exact same melody. Being the fact that we're in a band, we would go, oh, that's cool, great. So now when we put it on the record, it would have your name and his name on it. And that's really what this is all about. So it doesn't, we're not saying, well, I shouldn't say what we're not saying. I'm just saying.
You have to be careful.
I have to be careful. But the story illustrates the idea that when musicians get together to write, when there is collaboration, it's correctly notated and there's equity, and because it's a business, things get taken care of. So when it happens outside the group, of course, that's when problems arise, and you need lawyers in the courts to say, hey, you know, these things need to get resolved so that everyone can share in what's obviously a shared composition.
Well, I think that's all I'm going to get out of you on that, right? So I would say fair enough.
Fair enough. I'm sure if you know, my lawyers are listening to this, they're going, no, shut up, don't say anything. But, you know.
I mean, actually, you didn't say much. So,
well, you know, hopefully it sheds light on the fact that it's about a disagreement between musicians. It's not the way it's portrayed in the press as being, you know, one entity going after the other, you know, violently and trying to get something. It's really actually seeking a resolution. And musicians handle this stuff all the time behind closed doors. And so maybe we can still do that.
If you have a question for Joe Satriani, you can text or email seaweed@thebone.net. Just send me a message on Facebook and IM or something like that, and we'll try and see if we can get that question to Joe. And we're going to play some more Chickenfoot in just a sec here, but I see you picked an Aerosmith track, Walk This Way.
Yeah.
And I also see, what are they going out with, ZZ Top or something this fall?
That should be a good tour.
Yeah. So you know those guys, right?
Yes. And man, what a fantastic American rock and roll band. I mean, it's a great thing that once you hear them, they get into your blood, and they just become, especially if you're a musician, they become the fabric of your roots, because they've given us so much great music, and it still rocks when you hear it today.
For a bunch of old farts. Kidding, I'm kidding. All right, Walk This Way, Aerosmith from 107.7 The Bone.
107.7 The Bone.
Streaming online at 1077thebone.com.